Welcome back. Now we're going to take a look at a profile of our guest today, Dr. Ridi. First of all, I would like to welcome her in the studio. Thank you very much, Dr. Rashida, for coming today. You are a prominent Egyptian scientist, and we will talk about your achievements and your career in the coming few minutes. But first of all, we're going to take a look at your profile, and we'll be right back. Let's watch. We went to her lab and we had an interesting interview with her back in 2010 when she won the L'Oreal UNESCO Award for Women. Dr. Rashida Ridi, our guest today, she is Professor of Immunology, Faculty of Science, Cairo University. Thank you very much for coming today, Dr. Rashida. You are the only one in Egypt who attained a PhD in science from DSC University, and for 20 years you have been working on your scientific research to find a cure for bilharzia. Tell me more about it.
Yes, I am the only one to have not a PhD. Many people, my students have PhD in immunology. I am the only one in the area of biology to have earned the degree of Doctor of Science, which is from Cairo University. I am very happy that I have selected the right way to help Egypt, to give back my debt to it, and it is to in my laboratory myself develop a drug and a vaccine for schistosomiasis. For example, now our most prominent doctor, which are very strongly empowered by the government. They are almost genial. They're first-class scientists. Nevertheless, and empowered by the government. Nevertheless, what they're doing now is to bargain with United States pharmaceutical companies to buy drugs and medicaments for virus C with cost less than £1 million. I found this shameful. The right thing to be done is to empower scientists to develop a drug and vaccine against the infection.
And do you think that the Egyptian scientists here are empowered? I mean, we see many scientists who travel abroad and go to the United States, for example, or other Western countries, and they say that they find a suitable atmosphere or equipment or laboratories to work with. But do you think here in Egypt you have all the facilities that you need?
We have the facility, but it is the opposite of empowering. It is everything is here to suppress you. Now I understand why pharmaceutical companies were so interesting in suppressing every study on schistosomiasis. Because it seemed now, it appeared now, it's clear now that many companies were developing putting a huge billions of dollars to develop drugs against virus C. So they had to have people with virus C infection in order to sell, to ruin us actually if they are beginning to sell this drug. Okay, so it was important. It was important to suppress all interest in schistosomiasis so that it spreads amongst Egyptians. When they say we have 10 million people with virus C, they don't tell us how many of them have schistosomiasis, you see. So I did not very much care about this huge amount of suppression, and with the help of my son and also a laboratory worker, we were able to avoid every frustration due to suppression and
all the obstacles that were put in the way.
Oh yes, and study in depth the biology of the larvae, the schistosome larvae while traveling in the lungs. And due to in-depth understanding its biology, we have been able to develop a drug. So if they are going for a drug, so we have developed a drug which is arachidonic acid, which is activate an enzyme in the tegument of the larvae and thus allow it to be destructed. So we have a drug, and I'm very happy to tell you a vaccine. So let's start with the drug. So the drug is a simple nutrient. It is a nutrient. It is a part of our cell. So it is
so
not.
The drug is for those who already have the disease.
Yes. It is a remedy. So it is actually a remedy because it is a drug which kills the parasite, and the rest will be used by the body because arachidonic acid is very rich, for example, in egg yolk, in meat. All right.
Okay.
So I have published the work showing that this arachidonic acid, this small molecule, is schistosomicidal in mice and hamster. The two articles, so this work was developed, was funded by the Academy of Science. The Academy of Science is aware of this achievement. I made them aware that we have a new drug. What they did do? Nothing. So our best, our empowered professors of medicine go to bargain, okay, to beg from United States company to have a discount, while there is a drug funded by the academy and no one cared about it. So what has happened? That the Holland, United States company, again a pharmaceutical company, which makes arachidonic acid, which